Hello and welcome back to the channel. In today's episode we're going to be looking at isometric projection, a drawing technique used by designers to flesh out their ideas in 3 dimensions. Let's get started. Okay, so there are 3 key points we need to remember when drawing in isometric. The first one being that all lines start off vertically. So we have these vertical lines that follow straight up and straight down. They're parallel, so they'll never touch. The second part that's really important to remember here, and I suppose it's the main rule of isometric drawing, is that all the lines apart from vertical are 30 degrees. So they follow this angle here. The third point, and my advice more than anything, is to always follow the lines. As long as you follow these lines, you're going to create something 3-dimensional. Let's show an example. So, the first thing I want to tell you now on my example is that we're going to assume that every single one of these little triangles is 1 centimeters. So I have 1 centimeter at the top, I've got 1 centimeter at the side, and I've got 1 centimeter down below here like this. So they're 1 centimeter apart. So I'm going to start by drawing a 2 centimeter vertical line, and then at the top and the bottom I'm going to go 2 centimeters at 30 degrees to the right, and 2 centimeters at 30 degrees to the right at the bottom. I'm then going to join those 2 lines up with a vertical line, like so. And that's created the side panel of our 3D cube. And watch closer, I'm going to do the same thing on the opposite side. So I'm going to project a 2 centimeter line at 30 degrees on the left at the top, and the same at the bottom. I'm then going to join those up with a vertical line on the left hand side. We should now end up with like an open book. So we could almost see that you've got like all the pages are here like this. That way you know you're on the right tracks. Lastly, to finish my cube, I'm going to project a line now at 30 degrees off to the right, and then I'm going to join that back up to form my 3-dimensional cube. Okay, they're the basics done. Let's create something a little bit more complex. So, let's say for example, I'm designing some kind of level for a video game. Let's start off by putting in some kind of road. Well, I'm going to start with my vertical line, and now I'm going to project that 30-degree angle line like so, and then going to drop down by 1, and I'm going to join that vertical line together with a 30-degree line at the bottom. So I created that side panel again. So let's say my road's going to be 3 centimeters across. I'm then going to drop my vertical line down and then join it. So this has created my book, albeit it's slightly elongated on one side. Now to continue my little road along, I'm going to come up here. This time I'm going to stop. I'm going to project my line this way instead. Maybe it's some kind of crossroads on my little pathway. Because I've got 3 centimeters here, I want my drawing to be quite laid out nice and neatly. I'm going to put another 3 centimeters over here, like that, and then I can project that back off towards the end, and of course I join it back up over there. So now I've got a little path, straight road, and then I've got an interjunction that I'm going to put on in a moment. I'm going to place another line down here like that at 30 degrees, and I'm going to drop that down because I've got this 1 centimeter drop to create the thickness of my road. I'm going to create the thickness over here on my intersection and join those together. I've almost created like an upside down T, I suppose you could say. Okay, so it wouldn't be much of a road without some road markings. Now, you can see here, even though I'm not on those lines, I'm still following that projection, so I'm still following the lines. And let's have one, let's go this way for my intersection. Now, let's put another road there maybe, so a little stop sign. And I can draw my stop sign coming up like this. There we go. And let's see if we can add a little pavement maybe to this as well. So let's bring this line down here to there. Like so. And let's add that 2 centimetre box to create my little house. And let's see if we can get a couple of windows in here as well. Now this is going to be more of a sketch for me now, because I'm going to have to follow these lines carefully. Now I'm not following the lines in that particular drawing, but I'm still going in that direction. And as long as I follow that direction, my drawing will still make sense. So vertical lines, they go up and down, I'm moving parallel with that page. If I draw a line off at a different angle like this, all of a sudden the work's going to look... doesn't make any sense, does it? It doesn't follow those lines. So let's connect it back up over here, like that. In fact, what we're going to do, let's turn this into a door. Let's bring this down like that. It's a door handle. There we have a little bit of detail there for the window. And then we have a little road, a little path. Now, with this we could start to render it. So we can add in extra little detail. So here I'm going to put wiggly wobbly line like that. I'll put a wiggly wobbly line in there too. And for this, let's get some colour on this. So let's shade that in, nice little grey, and we'll bring it into there as well on these sides. Mainly just to suggest that we've got that concrete sort of wrapping around our little object. And we'll probably have like a little brown under here for the soil. At the moment I'm still trying to think about the fact that this is for a video game, so I might have a little character running around here at some point. Let's go back and let's do the pavement a little darker. There we go. And house-wise, just keep it quite simple really. Might even nick that colour for the top. Oh, nearly forgot, I haven't finished that roof. And we'll add the colour onto the roof there. Door-wise, of course, it's got to be a big fat red door. There we go. And the window, we'll go for like a tealy sort of glass colour. And then let's just get in there and just finish that bit off. There we go. And then I can nick that red and actually just drop back in here like that. Circle that up for that little stop sign. And then we have a little isometric road. Now, there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. That's how to draw an isometric. I've drawn a little scene there for us as well. And we could bring in little characters, I suppose, that can sort of live in this little world like that. And have them crossing the road and things. Again, still following that rule. Last thing I'm going to teach you in today's session is about the shading of isometric. There's a very powerful way of doing that. That's to keep your shadows in 3 different tones. So really light for the top, a medium tone for the middle, and a dark tone to show where the shadow's going. So if I was going to do that again for this cuboid and presume that this is a texture of my road. I'm going to grab that grey colour and I'm going to make it a little bit lighter. And drop that on the top. That's where the light's going to be, so it's shining really nice and bright. The middle tone, which will be the part that's mostly shaded, will be the shade that I actually use, and I put that on the side. And then I'll drag it down slightly to create my shadow tone. So this is where the shade's going to be. And again, if I wanted to, we could actually draw that shade in. Actually, I'll try and see if I can do it that way, otherwise it's going to confuse you if I start tilting the canvas. So I could project this line out like this. And add in my little shadow. So that extra little bit of detail in there, let's leave no gaps. And that's a little scruffy there, so I'm going to go over that again. There we go. And there you have it. You'll start to see that, oh, there's okay, so there's light coming down here and there's a shadow there being cast. And we could apply that to the whole of our design. For now though, ladies and gentlemen, in today's session we've looked at isometric projection, a communication technique, part of the core content 1.7. In your GCSE, we'll be looking for you to use examples of this in its best place, possibly for showing us an idea in 3 dimensions. Until next time, stay safe. Don't forget to subscribe. Bye now.